Back to words having power. I've been home having a blast with this. All of that, you Michael Jackson, no, you Michael Jackson, no, you Michael Jackson, no, you Michael Jackson. This is all, we've seen it with Michael Jackson.
Yeah. What's up everybody, welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So Drake took his feud with Kendrick Lamar to a new level in a court filing. The Canadian star and his attorneys alleged that Universal Music Group and Spotify unfairly boosted the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. In a pre-action petition, Drake's company Frozen Moments sought to preserve evidence for a potential lawsuit. It read that UMG, which distributes music for both OVO and Kendrick Lamar, launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with Not Like Us using bots and pay-to-play arrangements. Drake's team further claimed that Spotify was offered special licensing rates to bolster the song's performance.
Back to words having power. I've been home having a blast with this. All of that, you Michael Jackson, no, you Michael Jackson, no, you Michael Jackson, no, you Michael Jackson. This is all, we've seen it with Michael Jackson.
We sure did.
Like, it's coming to fruition. We've seen it with 50. And it's the same label with the same playbook. Oh, you going on Hot 97, 50 Cent to say, fuck Jimmy Iovine and fuck what we doing and yada, yada, yada. I'm spending all this time investing in you, all of this money investing in you, and you taking that good equity and trying to flip it against me. That happens in content a lot. That happens in content a lot. Where you are building somebody up just for them to turn around and f you at the end. No, 50 Cent was never gonna win that game. He was never gonna win that game. Yeah, this is the same shit. We've seen it time and time again.
We do.
I'm home looking at, on my big whiteboard, all of the rappers, wherever they signed to, and then the people that made it out. That very short list. You know how like in street world, it's either death or jail. And then there's that short list that made it out with some money stashed away somewhere and is doing it. This is the same as that. I never want to hear Wayne, Drake, and Nicki in comparison to Hov, Rihanna, and Kanye for reasons such as this. We here now. We're not guessing and speculating no more. Who cares what song you like, is what I'm saying. We way past.
Let me ask you a question. So,
who's making hot songs?
You think that's by design?
I think that, well, whose design?
The powers that be. Like, we're not going to just keep letting you turn into Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Kanye.
Because that's what they do too. But
who's that?
Whoever they is.
Gotcha. The powers that
whoever
be.
They, yeah, okay. Whoever they is. That's the suite that they don't let you artists in.
Yeah. Right.
That's why Drake is in a very unique and privileged position, because I'm in there.
You think it's a gift and a curse?
I'm in there and I've been there, yes.
And I don't think he's fully in there.
He's not fully in there.
He's definitely not fully in there.
He's not fully in there.
And I think that's the bigger fight. I think he's fighting. I don't even know at this point if he wants to be in there. I think I might just want some freedom, and I might want some this, and I might want some that. And they like, you out your mind, boy.
I don't want us to unpack that right now. I want to get to that and have that full discourse. But Hov found a way. He went in, saw what was happening, took the information, got buddy-buddy with the people he needed to, and then left to build his own.
Well, Hov walked in the game that way, though. I was gotta remember that.
It's a little different when you walked in owning your own shit versus you walked in being signed to 77 people.
Hov didn't walk in owning his own shit. Hov fought the good fight and went to that meeting with Leor in the back room that Dame is still mad at and got all his shit.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about...
You talking about day one Rockefeller.
They still came in the game as Rockefeller Records and had a 50-50 deal from day one. Like, I wasn't signed to this nigga, signed to this nigga, signed to this nigga. Yes.
You talking about mentality?
No, I'm just saying, so we starting at different starting points.
Jay didn't come in with a record deal.
These niggas might have been starting at 2.
Well, he did come in with a record deal. He came in on priority.
One-shot deal. It was a one-album deal.
Right. You speaking to mentality?
No, yeah, it is. But what I'm saying is, if you starting from, I'll give you an example. Let's say Joe Budden podcast. At this particular point, let's say you came in where you are right now. like just owning your own shit, not really signing nobody, et cetera, right? You thinking from a whole different place than me or Ice or Mel or, well, maybe not Flip, me or Ice or Mel. You understand what I'm saying? Because we walking in the door signed to somebody. So we playing from two different vantage points from the rip. You and Flip are at a different place because you guys are playing a different game. You understand what I'm saying?
I think
maybe a bad analogy.
And maybe we're leaping ahead with all this shit, but fuck it, we're here. I think the difference is with what Hove did is that when he broke off and made these different business ventures, they were still putting money back into the man's pocket in one way or another. Titles, putting money back in, doing the NFL entertainment shit is still putting money back into their pockets. So while he was saying, fuck you, I'm doing my own thing, he was still like, yo, but here's
I just think he learned a different thing with regards to leverage.
It was a little more strategic.
Can I ask a question about that? Because there's a missing piece that I'm trying to figure out as somebody who's not in the industry. What was the step that Hove took to get into that upper room the other independent artists did not get to, like even the Master P's of the world, right?
Well, you got to dominate.
I think two things. So
you have to dominate, number one.
We gonna miss.
So everybody's not allowed to have this conversation. It's a very small group that even get to having this conversation. He was dominant at the time.
I think two things. I think we discount the fact that he was married. Plays a huge part. And I think that Jay.
He wasn't married at the time.
He wasn't married. When he got to that next level, they were married.
It helped.
No, he wasn't.
It helped.
Are you saying married or married to Beyonce?
Married to Beyonce.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think that
no man, Beyonce by your side is going to help.
And I think that also, I think he was able to pivot and do side ventures that were ultimately extremely profitable. And so now that gives me leverage now that y'all not the only people that feed me. You understand what I'm saying? So again, I say this all the time. If you give somebody the power to feed you, you also give those people the power to starve you. And so I think we seeing this with Drake right now. Like you not getting 300 million over here, 200 million over here, 200 million over here to where you could tell the music industry suck my dick. This is your primary bread and butter still. And so now we have the ability to play the game with you. I think Jay-Z was able to pivot and do other shit that was profitable. And now he was like, music.
But we're not there.
You're speaking to, we're not there, but we're here. So let's get to it a little bit and then we'll get right back to Kendrick and then we'll get right back to Drake.
Got it.
You still speaking about mentality. There's no blueprint. There's no pamphlet on how any of us get in, and none of us have the same story.
That's true.
Once you get in, it's on you to find the exit.
I agree.
Well, it's on you to find the, and I want to highlight that because Hove could have stayed in whatever worker deal he was in, getting worker splits.
But
it's different.
You got to go to Hove's previous career before.
I was about to say I walked in the game, not a worker.
Yeah, I've already got my mentality's different on the walk-in.
Awesome.
Which is your mentality.
The rest of you,
yes, exactly,
have to get it however you get it, and in most instances, that comes from you actually learning your worth or learning how much bread you are making a company.
Yes.
Or it comes from you reading the fine print in your contract. Or it comes from you getting fucked enough, or it comes from you recognizing you when you're at your peak and when it's time to funnel that in a different way, which is Hove gets all the credit for continuously finding the exit. Continuously finding the exit. All through. So I mean, Rihanna, I'm not mad that she's never put an album out. Why would you? I left as the best. My last body of work was the best. And now I'm making wazoo amounts of money by being who I am. That's how you take the equity that they build in you and funnel it back. That money is not in music for musicians.
True.
That's the other part. Listen, I don't come from a corporate background. So again, like I said on that Steve Stout stage, all I have is hood nigga instincts. Any place that I worked or partnered with, one of the first things there was to learn and start rummaging in office about was, how do y'all feel about a black person making a certain amount of money here, and would you allow it? It starts there. You niggas are check chasers. You niggas are glorified slaves and mascots. All of you. This podcast is built on just this type of shit. This was the start of all of this. How can I have a voice outside of the system and maybe give some information to the kid in the future that has a chance to affect all of this stuff? Pac said, I may not be alive, but hopefully I'm telling something to the kid that's gonna go change the world. All you niggas do is Kanye doing them amendments. Kanye eventually got out of it, but he was there taking a check and them amending the contract. And like he said, you under their thumb. And what y'all do is go back to everybody else and say, you broke, you broke, you broke, you broke, you broke, you ain't got it, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. As if when the lifeline is cut off, you can continue to produce. Pump It Up is still playing somewhere. Actually, it's playing a lot. I know that someone is working that song somewhere. Someone's being paid. It's their job to keep that thing moving. In 12 years, when it comes back to me, I don't think you'll hear it as much.
Unless you license it
Yeah,
back
you'd have to
out.
work. Yeah,
You have to work it, yeah.
Or you're gonna have to work it and have relationships